Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Before I get started, I just want to show y'all this. I hurt myself at work. I have a little nick, and y'all know I talk with my hands sometimes, so I ain't want y'all to be like, wait a minute, and then I somehow forget to tell y'all. But yeah, that's what's going on here. It's a little bitty nick right here, and I'm okay. But as I wash my hands throughout the day, I'm pretty sure it's gonna lift up, and then I'll have one of mine on, which is a camouflage one. I haven't gotten the black ones yet, the ones that go with my skin tone yet, but it is what it is. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up before that question is thrown out there. Let's go ahead and get into this. So the episode starts out with Melody being on set of her first ever music video, and she's actually shooting it at one of her good friend Stormy's homes. She has a mansion. Like the property as a whole looks amazing. Apparently they have to bring nothing. Like everything that was in the house, outside the house, even down to the dog that they used, if I'm not mistaken, was Stormy's or her husband's or whoever's, somebody that lives on the property. It was everything. So yeah. I had already been seeing clips of the video before it released. So, like I told y'all before, at one point in time, a lot of fans were asking her, "Oh, well, you said you shot the video. Can you at least give us a like 5-10 second snippet?" And when she did, I was just like, "Wait a minute!" Like, so I'm very happy for her. I did watch it when they did the premiere of it. So I saw the countdown and I actually saw it when it got released. So I thought she did well. She actually co-wrote the song with someone who was actually there on that set, and they are helping to direct. So, this is a big deal for the both of them. Oh man. At one point in time, she was walking with the dog. It was a dog, and it's been raining. And that's why, like, I know y'all probably be like, girl, we heard you the first time. But like the fact that every time I look up, it's raining somewhere in Alabama. Like, it was bad. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, back home, every time I looked up, my folks to my, oh, it's raining so bad. Like, the phone went out. Like, it was a lot of stuff that was going on back home. And I couldn't even get through to them because it was storming so bad during the time that they were filming this. So, like, when I catch them in these moments where they're like, oh, it was just raining. And, like, at one point in time, she's sitting down talking to this woman who actually has been babysitting her children whenever she's working and all this other stuff, whenever she gets busy. And, a lot of times she actually is with them. Like, she goes live with her children all the time. So let's just be clear about that. Martell be trying to try her whenever, he finds out that the children are with someone else who is not her, because he doesn't have the same type of support system that she does. And I'm just like, you can't get mad at her for that. I don't understand. How you gonna get mad at her for that? Your mama got a life. And I mean, everybody else got a life, but when it comes to her support system, it would have still been y'all's support system, but y'all ain't together no more. So it is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, the the video shoot went well. Only thing that I gotta say about it is the guy. I didn't pay attention to it when I actually saw the video, but when I saw this, like, if you look fast, the person who is sitting at the dinner table with her looks like Tim Norman, and it just made me feel some type of way. And I was just like, and it's not him, if I'm not mistaken, but the dude looked like him, and I'm just like, nah, we is not here for him. Ain't his name Tim Norman, Timothy Norman? Robbie from Sweetie Pies. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got time. I was just like, that looks like Tim. Like, look at him for real. Don't he favor Tim? Don't they favor? Because I was like, woo, child, wait a minute. Because I remember when first of all, I saw it when I was at work. So then I was like, wait a minute. I'm not even finna rewind this. I'm going to wait till I get home and watch it on a bigger screen, because I was watching it on my phone. And when I did, I was like, yeah, this man looks like Timothy. We ain't got time for that. So anyway, after there was a break or they were done rapping for the video, she was talking to the woman who had been babysitting her children. And apparently Martell had something to say about it, of course, and was like, how you gonna sit up there and say all this about me and you ain't got the kids, but then to add insult to injury, he gonna say that she ain't got but one child, so she is not capable of taking care of four children. Because Melody and Martell have four children together. So, she was like, I just had to step outside of myself and, just understand that he was just coming from a hurt place. And Melody was like, I hear that, but yeah, he was dead wrong. And, I think she responded accordingly at that time, and it just was what it was. Because Martell had a moment where he was like really heavily on social media doing the absolute most. So it was like, sir, if you don't go somewhere and sit down. So anyway, they had their moment. So then we see Marceau, Letitia, and Jalen all sit down at Black. And apparently they had a big holiday to come up and they were really busy. And the chef left, like the bartender left, meaning they are gone. They are working somewhere else, if they're working, because I'm pretty sure this was still during the pandemic. But anyway, yeah. So Jalen had to jump in even more than he normally does. He had to be way more hands-on. He in the back cooking. He washing dishes. He bussing tables. He doing all of this. And so he was like, okay, I understand y'all are kind of trying to praise me and say, yeah, we are so glad that you're stepping up. And these are lifelong lessons that you need to learn, and things happen and whatever. But I thought that y'all would have jumped in and helped. I'm pretty sure they just enjoyed whatever holiday it was at the time and went on by their business. It was like, oh, he good because he the general manager. He good. He'll be all right. And you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because they asked. They told him that he was doing a great job, but the only real critique they had was that he hadn't been sending the emails of the receipts lately. And he was like, I mean, we've been losing people, so it's kind of like, I, am a little bit behind on emails. Y'all are more concerned about emails. Like, I'm gonna need for y'all not to worry about that. If if this place is doing well, what you worry about that for? And I'm kind of on his side as far as that is concerned. But anyway, another issue that they tackled was Letitia and Kimmy's issues with one another. And so Letitia let it be known that, she knows how to separate business from personal, and that she would never come at him sideways and treat him differently or some sort of way that was not kind or whatever because of Kimmy being his mama and they are not on the best of terms right now. And so he was just like, yeah, we ain't got no issues. I understand we have our issues, but I can separate that. And so I'm like, okay, if you say so. But anyway, I don't understand. I could have swore they said they was bringing somebody to come in for like 6 months or something. 3 months, like 90 days. What did the 90 days already happen or something? I thought they were supposed to have somebody who he knew from a previous job or just knew in general that was going to come and do this. I'm so confused. But anyway, they're about to open up Black. And so they were like, oh, well, let's help him a little bit. And all they're finna do really is just take the chairs off the table for everybody. So anyway, why are they doing that? Lack of, work. They ended up talking about their 15-year anniversary. Letitia is like, we're doing this and I think we need to do it big and let's go to Vegas and I want our friends to be there and all of that. And so he wanted to know, was Wanda coming? And she was like, I think I need a break from my mama. So no, she won't be there. And I'm just like, why would that be a question? Like, why would her mama be in Vegas with y'all? I don't even understand. I mean, I on one hand, I get it, but it's like, my mama would have been the last person in life I would have been having on my mind as to, oh, she going to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Despite what my mama going through right now, I would never, I don't care how old my mama would have been. I don't care how active my mama is. I would have never had my mama on my mind as one of the people who would have been in attendance. So anyway, now we see Maurice go and talk to Tiffany's husband. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, so he's at his job and they're talking, and so Maurice basically wanted to reiterate that, you know what I'm saying, we said what we said, and I understand your wife was crying, and to me that made the apology that she gave me seem like it was more genuine or whatever, because I could see the emotion behind it, but I just don't want us to have that misunderstanding. I don't want us to bring up children. Do what you do, but we just can't do that no more. I wasn't here for that. And Kimmy didn't even know about the situation. His mama was coming into town and was there and didn't even know about the situation like that. Like, it was just a lot that was going on. So yeah. And then, he was like, well, we all going on this, this vacation or whatever you want to call it for Vegas. If y'all want to come, you can come. So he basically invited them and said that, he and his wife can come. And I'm like, okay. So random. I don't know. I understand people are new to the group, but it's like, okay, whatever. Y'all do what y'all do. I don't know. So anyway, because it's like y'all already are not reining it in amongst yourselves, and y'all know each other for quite some time. These new folks, the only person who really knew her like that was Melody. And even though Melody plans on coming, you know what I'm saying, that's to me beside the point. So anyway, whatever. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to tell my wife we definitely coming. So they going to come on the trip, child, whatever. So anyway, Melody and Destiny linked up. Every time I'm about to say her name, I always want to say Madonna, y'all. I really don't know what that's about. So anyway, she was like, look, I'm going on a trip. I think I'm going, but I'm going to be there like a day or however long after everybody else, because I'm not going to fly in when everybody else fly in, because I have to drop my son off to his daddy. We got to meet up. And so Melody was like, well, if you ain't going, I ain't going. And if you going to go late, I'm going to go late, because I'm going to need your backup, because I'm pretty sure Martell is going to be there. And so she was like, I'm tired of being the go-between, the referee or whatever and all this other stuff. So anyway, everybody who flew together, which is pretty much everybody but Melody and Destiny, they have arrived and they're on a party bus. And of course, there's a stripper pole on the party bus and everybody dropping it like it's hot and doing the most. And you know what I'm saying? One thing that I can give Tisha is that she be keeping her body looking nice. That's one thing I've always been able to say about her. All right, I see you. I see your body. I see you working out. You know what I'm saying? I see you keeping it tight. Let me say that. So anyway, they doing all that, and Martell is doing I'm just like, y'all, I just be having my moments where I just be like, do you understand that these women are married to your friends? Anyway, I don't know. I just be having these moments where I feel like he be doing too much and he just feel like he can just say what he want to say. Yeah, for friends, you pretty much can, but I feel like there's a limit when you are talking to a married woman, especially if you're supposed to be my friend and you talking to my wife. So anyway, everybody wants to know whether or not, what do they call him? Marcus, which is Martell's alter ego, if he's going to show up on this trip, because he did the absolute most when he was in Miami. I think that this had everything to do with the wedding and, Kimmy and Maurice, their wedding. So yeah, he's single now, so it don't matter. But back then he did the absolute most, as if he wasn't a married man. So anyway, Letitia and them keep on talking about what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like, they keep doing the absolute most by saying that. And it's just like, okay, wait a minute, y'all doing a lot. We're going to get to that in a minute. So anyway, they done got to the house. They have like their own little private waterfall and all that. Like, it looked nice. So everybody going to pick their rooms. And eventually there's a conversation that's happening. Then everybody starts to congregate. Like, okay, did I miss something? What is going on here? So again, they tell me what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And then Marceau was like, basically, if my wife go out here and find her a woman and whatever, I don't got no problem with it. It just is what it is. And I'm just like, I mean, you never know, but I don't see Tisha doing that. Like, she is overly jealous as it is for people just by people even saying hey to him, and Melody getting a bottle of wine from him, champagne, whatever. I'm just like, girl, it's the insecurity for me. I can't. Like, that's another thing. Like, look, she's not an ugly person and her body looks nice, but her self-esteem is trash. It is so low. It is not, it's almost non-existent. And she's one of those people you could tell that she got to tell herself she look good and all this other stuff. And it's like, but do you actually wholeheartedly believe it? Like, I can't. So anyway, they start talking about, I'm just trying to make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah. So then they start talking about side chicks and all this other stuff. And Martell was the one who brought it up last time and created it. Martell ended up eventually saying later on that, what's his name? Marceau was the one who created the rumor, but he ran with it. Whether he actually believed it or not, I don't know. It's just too much. But anyway, Martell seems to be like toe all the way down already, because like it's just to the point now that nobody really want to leave the house, and so they are going to just have some shots and they're going to order in, and then they're going to just go to the jacuzzi, hot tub, or whatever, and just be in their bathing suits and swimming trunks and all that good stuff. So everybody looking good and they swim. Kimmy be setting it off. Like, Kimmy be setting it off, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So anyway, yeah. So everybody's taking shots, and for whatever reason, Marceau is talking about how unhappy and whatever Maurice was when he was married to Kiowa. He didn't say her name, but he was making a joke about how, you know, how when he first met, like he looked a certain way. They said Marceau, okay, first of all, they was talking about everybody. Somebody said Marceau was like almost 100 pounds heavier when they first met. Then, for whatever reason, the conversation got on Maurice and Kimmy, and I'm just like, how? How did this even happen? I don't know. So Marceau was like, Maurice was in an effed up marriage. And so Tiffany is confused. And I'm like, what's so confusing about that statement? And so Maurice explained to her slowly what was said, because she acted as if she didn't hear it, or she was like, okay, wait a minute, did I hear what I think I heard? And he basically said it again. And I'm just like, if I'm the new person, let me just stand back and see how everybody else is reacting to this, because everybody is laughing and joking and, you know, trying to just, you know, do what they gonna do. Just stand back and see what everybody's talking about. But anyway, Kimmy was just like, look, it was convenient for Martell to say that she was a side chick because it was deflecting. It deflected from him and all the foolishness he'd been having on for the last 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So everybody eventually get into the hot tub and they're talking and people start going back and forth. Kimmy is tired of Marceau because he really talking about how hilarious the side chick stuff is. Letitia ain't say nothing for the longest. And it's like when she did say something, it was only about side chicks, because he was like, well, I don't see the problem with side chicks. Like, what's the problem? Or something like that. And so she was like, yeah, they over here doing too much and whatever. I'm like, Lord. She was just like, you know, they coming in and I'm just like, yeah, these side chicks do be out here doing what they do. No matter how good you are to the person that you're with. It just is what it is. But I'm just saying, he kept on coming for Kimmy. So Kimmy came at him and was like, okay, so you trying to make it seem like that ain't funny. So is it as funny as us hearing about you being rumored to have side babies? And so he was like, yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. And so she was like, well, it doesn't seem like it's hilarious. It's not, Tisha ain't laughing. And so Tisha is feeling some type of way because she was like, well, I mean, I think she's defending me, but the way it's coming off is, she's taking digs at my husband. So I really don't know how to feel. So then that opened up the door for Letitia to be like, okay, so my mama came because y'all know we had this thing at Black, the graduation thing for the kids, and I had to leave early. So my mama came and told me what happened, and she said, Kimmy, that you got in her face and you was slamming all on the table, beating on the table, and told her that she need to shut the F up and all this other stuff. And so she was like, ma'am, ma'am, the F word might have come out of my mouth at some point in time, but I never once told her to shut the F up. Like, I can't. Like, Miss Wanda really be trying to make people think that something worse has happened than what it did. So that she can continue to seem like she's the victim. And I'm just like, girl, if you ain't right there witnessing it, then no, I can't. So anyway, then conversation came up about Jalen. And Marcel feels as though she never sees anything wrong with what Jalen does, and he can do no wrong. And so she had to ask her husband if she ever says he's wrong and all this other stuff. And y'all, it was just too much. So anyway, like this is going to be a to be continued type of situation because they didn't get all the way into it. It's going to be a mess. Melody is going to eventually arrive and all this other stuff. But yeah, anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the recap review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. All right, I'm starving. I'm about to pass out. I haven't eaten in like literally 24 hours, y'all. I had to stop doing that. I really do. But anyway, y'all take care. Be safe out there. I'll see y'all later on. Bye.